issues with the recent. Hold on, let's get the. There's been some issues with, excuse me, not just mine, but I guess like more recent, just live streams in general. Like we've had other people over. That's crazy. But those other people, like I was telling people last time in the last live stream for the Black Eyed Peas joint. Um, yeah, man, there's people kind of getting muted here and there, so they got to restart. So hopefully this one is smooth. You know, like I said, I just left. Library was closing, and because of that, I was like, let me just part two going, not part two, but you know, let me get as many as I can throughout the day on a work day. I got out around 3. You know, I'm scheduled as far as 4, but I mean my bad 5. But I like getting out around 3 or 4. So, you know, I started heading home around 4. I ended up going to like Taco Bell and shit. I got off around 3. Went to Taco Bell. I was like, let's go. Had to get them Doritos Locos tacos. I had to, you know. So I don't know. Like my guy Millen was on the voice chat last night, getting off work, and he was going to get some Taco Bell, get the Baja Blast. I had midnight Baja Blast. So if I talk to them tonight, I'm gonna tell them what happened, what transpired. I was like, yep, I went there, got the supreme meal. You know, they put tomatoes in there. Yeah, it was all good, man. It was good. I don't know. I ain't had Taco Bell in a long time, so I was like, this is kind of worth it. It was 3 of them. Like I was willing to eat 2, give one to someone who probably needs it more than me. But I was like, I don't know, man. I don't really need to be eating 3 Doritos Locos tacos, but I don't know. Something told me I was like, if I go home, shoot, I don't know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, man. I think what I'm really trying to get at is like there's a sense of work to me that is worth way more, man, than the actual work itself. I mean, the work pays. Don't get me wrong. I was talking to my guy at work, man. Shout out to my guy Joe. I'm always shouting him out because he's a good dude. And you know, he's like, don't get me wrong, James. I don't mind the extra money, but you know, I could have just been home right now sleeping. You know, they got me doing a little bit here and there, and I was feeling the same way because you know, I was looking for something to do. The guy was like, hey, just keep yourself busy. Just go find something. Go sort some things out. You know what I mean? We barely had any deliveries, which was kind of. I mean, it's a good thing, right? You know, you get it's the same pay either way because you get paid by the hour. So you know, if someone's gonna occupy your time and hours, you might as well just be doing the least. Some people do them. I've met people. I've met nurses who work in the ER. They do the most. They work in the emergency room. They do a lot, and they don't get no tips. They don't get no bonuses. They don't get much. You know what I'm saying? Happy Hamster, what's going on, bro? Ringo, what's going on? Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you guys being here, man. But yeah, it's really interesting. So, um, like I say, I was utilizing my time at the workplace, and then if I wasn't doing that, um, yeah, I was over here. You know what I'm saying? Doing this, like I like went straight home, washed up, had enough energy. I was like, yep, let's go right to the library. Let's get right on to it, man. Let's get into that Silk song. Happy oh my bad. Breezy, what's going on? You liked it? Oh, I appreciate it, Breezy. Thank you, man. Thank you. Happy Hamster and Ringo. I try to do a live stream every day as much as possible. You know, checking with people and even just checking with myself, man. Just kind of just be open and honest or whatever. So that's why I say I appreciate y'all dropping in, man. I just be out here sometimes, do my little thing. Trying to get as many hours as I can per day. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I put hours in at the job. I got to put in hours on the side. So that's why I was doing the video game stuff a while ago. You know what I'm saying? I posted up, went live streamed a couple of minutes ago. Library just closed. I was live streaming Silk Song. So if you go to the live stream section, you'll see I was doing it's the sequel, if not the prequel to Hollow Knight. So I don't know if you're familiar with Hollow Knight, but I ended up doing Silk. I downloaded Silk Song, I should say, and I was playing that. Got a booger on the nose. Let me see. Bam. Where that? Where that? Tell me where it's at. Let me know if I got it. Let me know if I got the booger, man. Gotta blow my nose a bit. It might just be the light. There's like lights on my left. Let me know if it's the light. But I appreciate that, man. Hey, let's talk about that. You ever see somebody that got something on their lip or like a booger? You got to tell them. You know what I mean? Like it's not rude and it's not funny, but you got to just let people know because you can't let them walk around like that. I learned that from Ghostface. Ghostface is like shit. I don't care if I got a little kickball in my nose, man. Set me free. Let me know. Let me take care of that. If I got something in my teeth, let me know. That shit crack me up every time I hear that shit. Hold on, bro. Let me check something. I'm hearing it. But I was over here hearing noises, but I think it's just the rabbits hanging out. There be rabbits in the area that just be hanging out, man. So, yeah, man. Like I said, it's just the Tuesday night live chat. You know, I'm trying to do as much as I can every day. I work tomorrow, then I work Thursday, and I'm like, you know what, man? I'm gonna make the most of it each time, both ways, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I make the most of it. Shout out to my guy Adele. My guy Adele, he hooked me up with the Metropolitan Maduro. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that. Ferio Tego, exclusively for Ferio Tego. Jose Maduro, handmade in New York. That's that New York City joint. Wazoo, what's going on? Wazoo, what's going on? Ice, yo, what was going on? God bless you, sir. Take care. I hope the Lord gives you everything you want in life. Take care, bro. David Bolus, man. I appreciate it, man. That's love right there. What can I say? Love and appreciation. Love and appreciation, excuse me. God, love, and nature, man. That's what I'm about, too. I'm with that. Appreciate that, man. It's much love here. You know what I mean? I can't be thankful enough. I can't be grateful enough, you know? I appreciate you letting me know. Like I say, bro. Thank you, David. I hope you have a blessed day, too, man. I hope you have a whole blessed lifetime, man. That means a lot. You know what I mean? Because I don't normally go out my way to hit people with the blessings and shit. So I probably should do that a little more. Let people know, you know, it's important to let people know I love them too. That's another thing. Gotta hit up people a little more, you know. Boom. Just before I forget, that's that Metropolitan, Jose Maduro, the homemade New York. Let me just take their little wrapper off. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Take the wrapper off and we'll go from there. Saucy Chef, what's going on though? Wazlu and Saucy Chef, thank you for dropping in, man. I didn't forget about you. I saw that earlier. Thank you guys for being here. Whole bunch of people dropping in. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Like I said, I was doing the Silk song earlier, man. Played Silk song. I was talking to people at work. Two particular gamers. I was like, man, y'all play Silk song too? Did you guys get that shit on Steam? Like, nah, I haven't touched it. And I was like, damn, they probably just don't play the game, which is fair. You know, a lot of people don't really know about the game. A lot of people didn't play Hollow Knight, so but it's a good game, you know. I've been hooked on it. I'm really into side scrollers. You know, I like the side scrolling games and whatnot. Side scrollers and you know, I'm saying that classic feel, whatever. Pause. I think they both got flavored caps because last time I had the sweet cap, Metropolitan Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? Connecticut as in the rap, as in the rap. But this one's New York. It says animated New York. There it is, baby. I said I go in tomorrow. Going tomorrow, but tonight, man, we chilling. I can't, you know, can't say it enough, man. I'm just thankful. I'm grateful, really. Got a whole lot going on. And I'm grateful. This is actually back where it all started, man. The first live stream was actually here. We hit the Thanksgiving. That's like let me see. So it's like 2.5 months from now. I'll pretty much be hitting the year mark for the live streams from Truancy hours. But it's really interesting because last time it was here, man. I don't know if I should stop it there, hit the hiatus, and then just chill out for a little bit. I might do that. You know what I'm saying? I might do a little bit of that. Trying to go into the hours makes sense, man. And like well lit. So, you know, I'm gonna have to just keep going. Episode 162. We gotta get as many as we can. Some of them was working, some didn't. There it is. But for now, it's like just the current situation. What I do for a living, man. I'm trying to do this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do a little bit of this, man. You know what I'm saying? Just hit the lifestyle, really. You know what I'm saying? Just hit the lifestyle kind of shit. If it ain't vlogging, it's just like, you know, if you go down the whole page, every year I'm trying to do something new, really. Like I said, I'm not monetized yet, so I'm trying to get there. But I got a little job, man. You know, I'll spare you the details on it, but I got a decent job. Part time. I'm actually was trying to get this extra part time joint on the weekend so I can have two jobs. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get both. But I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Hold on. This thing kind of fucked up. It ain't even burning right. Hold on. That shit is like charred up. Fuck. That gave me a faulty one. I got an old lady. Nah, man. Get a Mayflower cigar. What? Oh, okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen those before. Yeah, this thing fucked up. Damn, got my fucking hand. Gotta burn that end off, man. What the fuck is going on? Like right there on the tip. Pause on that. Going a side quest? What do you propose, man? This is the side quest if you think about it. Keep doing you brother stay positive, yeah. Walk around the town. I did that before, man. Did that before. The problem is I lose connectivity and reception sometimes depending on where I'm at. So I usually post up in certain spots that have the best reception. Some of my favorite spots don't have good reception, which sucks, man. Go to creator, I appreciate it, man. I don't know if that's in regards to me. Hopefully it is, but if not, I appreciate it either way. Thank you, man. Thank you, Tom. Trying my best out here, every day. Just doing a little bit here and there. Like I said, I could have been the type of guy that was like, I got off work, I'm tired, just laid down. But I was like, nah, man, let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a little inspired because I was playing Silk Song, like I said, so I needed to get that in. Pause, I needed to get that going. I don't know if this is burning correctly now. We'll see as it goes. You know what I'm saying? Down to earth. I try to be, man. Try to be, man. My head be in the clouds, though, let's be honest. I be dreaming sometimes, my head be in clouds. Just dreaming about stuff. I try to be back down to earth when I can. Being practical sometimes, man. Being practical sometimes is like, I need to be more practical. But then I went down a rabbit hole of being, I don't know if rabbit hole is the right word. I had like a whole year where I was doing practicality and just investing and doing everything correctly the right way. And then the soul itself wasn't satisfied. You know what I'm saying? My soul wasn't really satisfied. So I was like, got to get back to the creative space, getting back to creating and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ooh, my bad. How's it going, man? Yeah. This is the driver coming. I didn't want to get this cigar smoke on him, so I moved the cigar. I might have to let me switch over so that way. Ugh. And I play Silk Song. You play Silk Song too, Tom? Silk Song's a good game, man. So far, I'm a little stuck. So my plan is to just go buy the spare key. You know what I'm saying? Down at Bone, the Bone something in the top village area where the pilgrims are at. My plan is to get the buy the key, and then I'll find out what happened. Do I got a crib? I live with my folks, man. Still, I ain't got my own. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to just do things correctly, but I don't know, man. It's a weird push and pull because in terms of doing things correctly, I stayed at the house for the longest because growing up, grandpa and mom were handicapped, so I tried to take care of them as much as I could growing up. I don't know if I was any help or not, but they both passed away, and like I don't even know if I'm being truly honest, like who I'm living for now. I can say I'm living for my niece, but at the same time, she's grown, so she got her shit figured out. Really, she's just a kid, you know what I'm saying? So she like it's just weird. So now I'm just kind of like doing my thing, if that makes sense. It's like I did all this shit for other people, kind of stayed present and just stayed around for everyone, and now I'm like I gotta kind of just live for myself a little bit. But hopefully that makes sense, Ringo. You know what I'm saying? If you have the opportunity to get your own spot or get your own things going on, I would say go for it. That's something that I kind of missed out on, but it is what it is. I was taking care of people in life. People say that's a good thing spiritually. I don't really know. But, I feel a little hurt that they're no longer in my life. They passed away. So I don't know. You got to work twice as hard when it's honest. Yeah, you're doing good, brother. I know that's the tricky part, man. That's the tricky part, man. I'm trying to be as righteous as I can every day, as righteous as I can, as I possibly can. Every minute, you know what I'm saying? Every minute, just to act like I'm being watched every day, kind of thing, right? But yeah, it's not even about impressing no one, you know what I'm saying? It's about doing right, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I'm like I said, bro. I be telling people I'm 32, and I'm like, it takes a while to Like I be meeting people older than me that still trying to figure shit out. You know, in certain aspects, they're still behind me. If that makes sense. Pause. You know what I'm saying? They're still behind what I'm on. So, but I give props to everybody as I go along. It ain't easy, and it's just hopefully you have people that can help you out here and there, help each other out together. But I'm trying to do everything on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Pause on that because it's like I'm trying to what I'm saying, do the 9 to 5 thing, get the money, the income going at the same time, just get this going too. You know what I'm saying? So do a little bit of everything. Um, However that looks, you know. But yeah, man, respect. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Ringo. I relight that bitch. I feel bad because I didn't want to blow the smoke in front of the bus driver. He's a good dude. He always be stopping through, on his little stops. Good people, man. It's a community, community area. So try to get to know everybody. I mean, a lot of people ain't trying to be known though. A lot of people ain't trying to be seen and spoken with. But I'm always available. I'm always out here. But people just be on that shit. I seen this lady in the summertime. She was training the kids in basketball at the park. I should have talked to her more. Just see what's going on. But I was just listening in the background. She was telling the kids not to give up, stop, don't quit and shit. Had them running around the block doing laps, and some of them doing the drills. They were getting lazy out there. He's like, no, you better get it right. I was like, I like hearing that. I like seeing that. It's rare that you see people play at the park, man. Most people are indoors. People don't really play at the park anymore. People don't go to the park and like play and stuff like that. Everyone's kind of indoors doing something, if they're on something related to that, like just watching TV. I don't think that's healthy or good necessarily, but yeah, yeah, man. This whole thing kind of janky. To squeeze some life in this. Pause. Yeah, man, you gotta work twice as hard when it's honest. But that's also why I was trying to get the second job. If I get the second job on the weekend, man, I'd be, in theory, I'm gonna be good because it's just extra income. And then if I need to drop it, I'll drop it. But just stack up and recoup a couple of losses here and there, and then from there, just kind of get the mind right. Because every day, like I don't need to spend money on much anymore. You know what I mean? I went through that. I'm not gonna say I'm done with going through that because it feels like I need to find a new thing. But I find myself just spending money on like food. Like I'll just get something to eat. You know what I mean? That's it. Just get something to eat for myself that I need to eat. But it's just like I like going out to eat sometimes. Like I said earlier, I went to Taco Bell, dropped in there, and I was like, I ain't had this in a while. Go in there, get something that I haven't had in a while. You know what I'm saying? We got a spot called Dick's Burgers Drive-In. Dick's Drive-In Burger. That's the dude's name. His name is Dick. You can pause that if you want to, but it's like that's um that's the name of the spot. And like they got good deluxe burgers and hamburgers and shit. And I go there for that and milkshakes. It's like a local joint. Well, there's one next to work, one next to the job, and then there's one on the way home. So it's like I can go either way, but it's like you might as well eat there and then just take the straight shot home. That makes sense. So I've been thinking, oh, it's crazy they raised the bus fare here to $3. It used to be like 225 or something, 225, 250. They added that 50 cents, bro. That 20, that's 50 to 75 cents. That makes a difference. Because I was over here like, why am I losing so much money on my Orca card, like my little bus pass? I was like, why am I losing so much money every time I go back and forth? It's like, oh yeah, they upped the price. That shit is crazy. You know, I appreciate the positive words, Ringo, because last night I had trouble sleeping and I was just thinking negatively. I was thinking about people I might have to confront, might have to speak with, and not even like on there's normal confrontation where like I owe a conversation to this person in their face, but there's other people where it's like I feel like it's on sight when I see him, like I might have to just start swinging, but I just think about it, and I was like, yo, I don't know, this ain't good, this ain't healthy. I just kept thinking about like, even if I had the dude on the floor, pause on that, I might start still swinging, So I was like, I gotta stay away from these places and spaces, that invite that kind of energy. So I was like, just go to work and just stay about my business. And that's how I started the day. You feel me? That's just how the day got started. Plain and simple. forgive and forget, focus on the important stuff. You know, I'll tell you what, man. Like even in the moment, last time I was dealing with these individuals, I forgave and I forgot. Well, I don't know if I forgot necessarily, but I forgave. And I knew it because it was like in my mind. I'm like, yo, if I see this dude, I know I thought it was on sight. I thought I was gonna start swinging on him and just bop bop, ask him a few questions, humiliate him, and just start uppercutting and everything. That's what I thought. And then when I seen him, all I said was good morning. So then, like like an hour after that, I realized, like, you know what, man, I'm not even mad at him. Like the situation is that I'm putting a face to my problems. I have some problems internally that I'm dealing with, and I'm putting a face to it. And because he's the most recent person that kind of disrespected me, I just felt like he should suffer the consequences. But he shouldn't suffer all of the emotional pain that I'm feeling inside. He shouldn't necessarily have to go through that. So that'd be wrong for me to project all that energy and pain onto someone else. That'd be wrong. Like I knew that. And that's when I knew I was like, yeah, I gotta quit that job because if I stay here, somebody's gonna get their ass whipped and like head's gonna be broken, bashed open, etc. Because like these hands, bro, they're not necessarily licensed weapons. I'm not a professional fighter, but I've been training for so long, bro. And like I'd be punching concrete and brick and shit. Not that I can break concrete or brick, but I'd be training my knuckles on some like, just in case I hit somebody's bone or something. In an actual fight where I have to defend myself or defend someone else's life. I just want to be able to like bop bop hit people, as hard as I can, and then still maintain my boom, my whatever. That's my thing, man. So that's just the way I train. But like I don't, I treat it like a super. That's the way I was taught. It's like you treat it like a superpower. You're learning a combat sport, so you don't use it on people regularly. And if you have to use it, you have to use it to defend yourself, if not someone else's life. You know what I'm saying? But it's not easy because sometimes people want to test that and they want to see if you're really good at it. And I'm like, it's not good. It's not healthy. But then sometimes you want to actually prove it to them, and that's not worth. It's never worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's just never worth it. But I can't act like I don't have those emotions. So I'm just being open and honest because I know a lot of other people feel these kind of emotional pains where it's like every day you deal with stuff and you want to just crash out, get the energy out, crash out and let go. But it's like it's important to just go to the gym, if not vent to a therapist, if not write it down in a journal, if not instead just write down things you're grateful for before you go to bed. That's one thing that I've been kind of trying to get better at right now. I forgot to do it last night, and I need to start doing it as much as I can. Just write down things that I'm grateful for. Just have a little small moleskin or like a little notebook, whatever, just piece of paper, something. Just boom, hit it down. Even like notes on your phone if that's what you want to do. But I like writing shit down personally. Right or wrong way. That's where I'm at with it. I'm trying to get right, man. Just with life and everything in general. You know. But like I said, I appreciate the kind words, man, because I don't know why I was beating myself up last night a little bit. I was kind of just telling myself like, am I soft? Am I a bitch for because I allowed this shit to happen? Like, why am I feeling this way? I'm tired of talking and explaining things. I'd rather just swing on people. And there's moments in time where everybody emotionally goes through that. And I'm like, everyone, at the core, everyone knows it's wrong to let loose. And you got to learn to let stuff go. But there's a piece of me that's like, there's something whatever. There's something that's unattended to. You know what I mean? That I need to kind of discover. I don't know what I'm covering. I don't know what I'm lying about. If that makes sense. And when I say lying, I'm saying more so like, because I'm like, I've been brutally and harshly honest to a lot of people lately. Right or wrong, I just don't want to lie to them. My thing is like, that's easy, but can I be a little more honest with myself? Like, what am I feeling inside? Pause. That like, I need to kind of just understand emotionally and spiritually. Because the thing is, if I don't get that right, you end up hurting your own physical. Your own physical starts to hurt, like your own joints and everything. Your own heart, your organs start to hurt. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Things like that. And then you got to be very careful about like how you treat yourself and how you talk to yourself. So it felt like I was at a strange low yesterday. Last night, I was like, why am I here? But again, my friends hit me up. They're like, you want to get on a voice chat tonight? Just randomly. And I just was chopping it up with them, having fun. And then we're just kind of having fun a little bit. And then we just, like, hey, man, we all got to work tomorrow. Let's go to bed. Boom. And that was it. It was like a little quick 20, 30-minute voice chat. It was nice, man. It was refreshing. If anything, to say the least, it was refreshing. Do good things will come back to you. Yeah. My thing where I'm at in life right now is like, I think there's like I don't know what the word is, like I guess like cultural or something, but there's a consistent practice, or just like a just doing right by people on a human being thing. Like that's been my thing every day. Like I'm just trying to do right and be respectful by people as much as possible, um, and where it's necessary, right? And my thing about it is like, hold on. My thing about it is like, I don't want to do it expecting something in the long run, if that makes sense. I don't want to be that guy, so I just want to consistently do it. I just feel like the moment I start picking and choosing who I choose to do it for, that's when it gets kind of like, you know, it gets tricky. So I like to just kind of have fun with everyone in life, like not in a bad way, but or a mischievous way, but like, like I'll give you an example. Today we had a dude. He's not a supervisor. He's not a lead, but he tries to be bossy and is like, hey man, let me teach you how to do things. Let me show you how it's done. And like we were like, you know what, man? If you want to take the mop and mop shit around, if you want to take the piece of paper and do the paperwork or whatever it is you want to do, go ahead and you do it. But don't pretend like we just kind of like we don't sit there and lecture him. We don't do the whole, oh, what you bossing me around for? What you micromanage? Like we don't hit him with that. But we kind of just let him do his own thing. Like, all right, bro, you want to do it? Go ahead and do it. Because we were doing it just fine until you showed up and wanted to do things your way. Like there's a lot of people like that at the workplace and in life in general that just want to intervene and like, you should do it like this. Which I get it. Some people have pet peeves. Some people are perfectionists. But I'm like, hey man, we're doing things at our own pace, but it's getting done. Nonetheless, it's getting done. So it's like, come on, guys, or come on, individual. You know, we had to deal with old boy today, and it was a sight to say the least. Funny shit, you know. Good dude though. He's a good dude. It's just there's some days where I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know why we're doing this right now. I don't know why this is happening, but nonetheless, it be happening. Keep taking it there. I don't know why. That's just what he do. You know what I'm saying? That's just what he do. Sometimes, man. But yeah, man. I take this time to, I used to just chat it up a lot in the live chat, man. Benito, what's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? How you living tonight, man? How you doing tonight, man? Actually, what time is it over there? What time zone are you on? I didn't ask you last time, I guess. You know, I'm assuming we're on the same time. I'm assuming we're both on Pacific. Like we have to be. That's my assumption, at least. You know what I mean? Got my cigar with me, man. Got the Maduro. Got the Maduro Minito. You know? Get the ashy right there. Funny shit. Benito, how you doing tonight, man? You doing all right? I'm doing good too, man. You look like Fidel Castro with cigar. Oh, got the Fidel going. This is for my people. For the people. It is. Man, I do want to go to Cuba to get like a straight up Cuban cigar and just lounge, just chilling out there. And they got a lot of old school cars in Cuba. La Cuba. You know, one of my favorite cigars is La Aroma de Cuba. Mi Amor. That's what it's called. And then there's another one, La Aroma de Cuba Noblece. That one, crazy. That was actually a compliment. No, no, no. I got you. I got you. I got you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But it's crazy, man. Cause like, I wanna go to Cuba just kind of just see the country, meet the people, beautiful people over there. And what was I gonna say? Cigars, man. I mean, I hate to typecast them. I don't like putting for that. I mean, they're known for some dope cigars. And I'm like, low key, I want to go out there and just kind of lounge a bit, chill out there. You know what I'm saying? You could buy them here in Mexico. Nice. We have. Oh, that's right. You guys do have trade with them. You know what you guys do have in Mexico, Minito, is the I don't drink anymore, but the Hennessy White. So when I was still drinking, my coworker, he went on a cruise ship and they stopped in Mexico. He bought some Hennessy White. He brought it back. He said, "Man, I'll sell it to you because I don't even be drinking like that." Me, my brother, my cousins, we're all drinking it, and then Yeah, we was drinking, and then my other cousin, she couldn't make it because she was working. She's like, "You're not gonna save me some?" And I told her, her daughter, my niece, I was like, "Man, just give her this bottle. This is all hers." Like the rest that was at the bottom because we didn't drink from the spout. We just kind of poured it in cups, you know what I'm saying, shot glasses and everything. But that was a vibe, man. Hennessy White's a little different. Feeling good with that. Falls on that. We are in Pacific time zone. That's what I assumed you were on Pacific time zone. It has to be Pacific. I don't know about you, Minito, but summer over here, summertime is over over here. Summer is gone. There is no more summer. It is done. Yeah, man. How are you doing down there, man? How's your day going, bro? Good to hear. Good to hear back from you. Excuse me. Just chilling tonight, man. You know, like I went. I live streamed earlier. I was doing. I was sitting at the library using the Wi-Fi, and yeah, I was just doing Silk songs. I was playing the video game on, and then yeah, just I don't have no microphone set up. I don't have like a camera thing, but it is nice to document the game and have the playlist going. So maybe people will come find it. Maybe not. You know, it's just raw gameplay, right? Raw gameplay footage. I just play the game. I die and I come back to life, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, I got enough time today. Let's just go outside. Let's hit the Maduro, and then boom, see how it goes from there, man. You know, just see how things are going. But I know, every time I live stream, you never know who's going to check in with me. I try to check in with the people, but I don't know who checks in with me. So I try to check on you guys and see. Hopefully, you guys are doing all right. You know, there was a guy a couple months ago. He was in my live stream. He was in living in India, and this is when the Pakistan India stuff started to break happening. I was like, "Talk to me, man. How's it going over there? Are you doing all right?" He says, "Where I live, we're away from the war zone, but we're kind of praying for our safety. Can you pray for our safety too?" And I was like, "You know what, man? I'm gonna keep you in my thoughts, man. I don't even know you like that, but I appreciate you dropping in and letting me know, man. God bless." That's all I told him. But sometimes we get viewers. It was like afternoon, like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and this dude, I forget what time it was at. It was like nighttime over there, and yeah, the war broke out like with that same week. So then I was just like, that's crazy that someone in India apparently, supposedly, I can't prove it, but that's what he said. He said, yeah, I live in a different town that's more in the east, or my bad, the west, or whatever. And then he lived like kind of in the middle north or some shit, which is crazy. Oh, my bad. I'm doing good, bro. I've been ignoring my phone because all my friends want to do is drink and do to be real, yep. I had a little hangover today in the morning and I'm not really feeling it. I feel that. Yeah, you don't want to force it, man. That's what's crazy. I'm kind of happy I didn't have friends that drank as much as me. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be the guy trying to peer pressure my friend. I was terrible, low key. I was like, I'm low key bad that wrong that I did that. And I was like, listen, man, if you want to drink with me, cool, I got you. I'm gonna pay for it. I'll be that guy. Like, yo, I'll pay for it. I got you if you're trying to drink. I feel like, man, I ain't trying to do it. I remember those days, man. Hopefully, you take care of yourself a little bit. You recharge with some sugar and some protein. I don't know what you use. I know some people will have like a greasy ass like hamburger. We have a taco truck over here. Sometimes they make it real clean, but I try to get the torta. If you get the torta that's hella greasy, that's the one. You know what I'm saying? That'll get you right. That'll get rid of a hangover. You know what I'm saying? Get that greasy food, get some sugar. Bottle of Coca-Cola, maybe like a Fanta, or like even whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? A Fago's good too. Yeah, man. Good. Yeah, I just I don't know, man. I be having my moments some days, man. I'm trying to just hit that like slow and steady wins the race. I'm trying to remember like I was at work and then I was thinking like I need to be smart with this next check that comes in because I need to just pay certain things off slowly, piece by piece. You know what I'm saying? If I miss certain deadlines, we just log back in. I got I'm working 3 days this week, I'm working 2 days next week. So you know what that means. That means I make a lot of money for the next check, but then the 2 day one is gonna be like kind of a weird, you know what I'm saying? Like a weird boom. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be slow. but I'm also need to like create as much content as possible in the meantime. So if I only work 2 days, that means I have 5 days a week that I can lock in. So we'll see how I choose to go about that. I'm questioning within myself if I should continue showing up to the Beyblade meetups. I'm being honest. If I'm being honest with myself, I am a pillar amongst those people, which is crazy, and it's a beautiful thing that I'm valued and honored in that way. But I also need some space and time, So I'm being a little more thoughtful within myself, if I'm being honest. So I might talk to my friends about it tonight a little bit. Just be like, hey man, if y'all got time, man, I want you guys to take charge here because I need some time off and I might just be gone for a while because I really just want to lock in for a month, do some video game things. That's one thing. But then two, I gotta just focus on work and money right now. They've been trying to take it easy on the bird because it gets expensive. No offense, bro. Yeah. No, there's no offense. No offense taken, bro. I've been trying to take it easy on the bird because it gets expensive. No offense, bro. Let me know if I'm reading that correctly. That's crazy, man. But listen, man, that's an honest statement. That's an honest thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not mad at you being honest. There's no offense taken, man. I appreciate you being honest here. And yeah, Ringo, you're right, man. I just gotta manage a little better. Get a little better at managing. It ain't easy. Lilith, Lilith, I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping in on the stream earlier, Lilith. Are you live right now? Are you going live tonight? What's going on, Lilith? Talk to me. Lilith, I only went to that one, your first live, or not the first. Was it your first live stream? And then you had the game where the gun had the boom. What is it called? That was talking. I'm kind of waiting on that. You're kind of waiting on the live. You think? Oh, it was your first? Yeah. Okay. Cool. 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 Let me know when you go again. I mean, the thing is, when I uh when I log into YouTube, there's certain times of day, like when I get off work, and then I'm able to see who's live tonight. So tonight's Tuesday, so my guy Solaren, shout out to my guy Solaren, he's gonna be live tonight. So I'm gonna check in with him if I'm still awake during that time. I was watching Stardew Valley last night, and Tuesdays might be Silk Song, if not Final Fantasy, because he plays Final Fantasy, but I think he beat the game. So if he beat the game, then he's probably gonna move on to the next game. He does a lot of RPGs. Just fun. It's fun to just watch, hang out with, and talk to him in the chat. But I didn't get a chance to really check in with him. We're kind of just talking about everything, a little bit of everything. Lilith, you're high on life right now. You're talking about me. What you mean? What you mean? You have not been getting notifications for anyone going live. Only thing I'm seeing is posts of the game. Yeah, yeah. It's interesting, man. Like I've been getting a lot of. I have to scroll on my subscriptions. I have to scroll and make sure I got everything saved. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep up with everything. I know it's hard enough for people to keep up with me because I'll try to do like one, if not three live streams a day. I try to do as much as I can. I need to get better at going to sleep early. It's because I do hang out with high class people, and they do that thing like crazy. But I'm gonna be real. I don't have it. Uh, that how? Yeah, I got you. I got you. You don't have it the way they do. Got you. I gotta hang out with those people for business opportunities. And Benito, all I can really say, man, is you know what I'm saying? Just protect your energy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing. Is like I know it sounds like you playing the game just to get, you playing the game. You got to play the game. I understand that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Sometimes you just got to play the game. I can't even get mad at that, my guy. But just take care of yourself. What a way to ruin your nasal passages. These, the cigar. Oh, you talking about? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and no judgment, because like realistically, what I realized is like over here we look at it a certain way, but over there, man, it'd be no. Yeah, no, I got you. Over there, it's like normal. You know what I'm saying? I got a homie here. He lives here, and every time he goes to the islands. He goes to like Puerto Rico and all that other shit. And is it Puerto? I think he goes over there and he hangs out with his friends. And he's like, yeah, all we do, we just have fun. You know what I'm saying? We drink, we do the wow. You know what I'm saying? Sniffle, sniffle. Christmas time. He be hitting them things like that. And he's like, yeah, man, I be doing that. And every time I come back, I'm like, why did I do that? And then I gotta work out and get back healthy. But it's just what it is. Sometimes when you're just that's just what some people do, and as long as you do it it's a scary thing because over here it's a big gateway thing, but it's also like it can lead to something worse because people have been zonked the fuck out in public. You know what I'm saying? All up and down the West Coast. It's because that's how Mexico works like that. It's who you know, not what you know. That's fair though. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm not in that country, but I know how it is outside the U.S. See, in the U.S., you could just move around. Moderation, thank you. You can just move around and navigate. Like you could just move to the Midwest, just chill the fuck out. But like I said, I went to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, go visit my homegirl Lily, and I seen a lot of people zonked out with the fentanyl too. And then her mom was like, "Yeah, all that shit came by way of Chicago. They got them freeways on lock. You know what I'm saying? Midwest freeways and highways and shit. You know what I'm saying? The drugs be everywhere. Got everybody fucked up. It's like that. I guess that goes for every corrupt country. Hey man, yeah, it's like that, right? Every corrupt country, you got its little thing going on, right? That's what I'm saying. I ain't mad at the man for playing the game. Like he's got to do what he's got to do, whatever, right? But you got to protect your energy and protect yourself in the long run. You know what I'm saying? You know, my thing is like because I'm not necessarily in those situations, I try not to take advantage of people, but I do take advantage of the opportunities and the money around me, if that makes sense. So when I say opportunities, I'm thinking about like, okay, what's a free thing? Community centers are free. Boom, community center workout. What's a free thing? Go to the library, use the Wi-Fi for free, utilize it. What's a free thing? Go outside, live stream, free. Everything just creates a form of content stuff. So I try to utilize it in that sense. Um, I was telling people, I was like, if you're living in America and you still at your folks' house or you got some decent income and you have some money to kind of just put on the side, sure, invest. Sure, you should save it. Yeah, you should do all that, but you should also just do some other streams of income stuff and just kind of build a page. You never know, man. You know what I'm saying? There's people who never thought they'd be famous and their page blows up. My friend right now, or I shouldn't say she, excuse me. They they are blind and they have a page where their most famous content is them playing with robot dogs. And they're like, I don't know why I have 250, 290,000 views on it, but it has 290 views. And it's like, you should be monetized. And I was like, you should be monetized. And then we help them get monetized and hopefully they get paid. I want my friend to get paid. I was like, they're blind and they're able to work a job as a blind person. And I'm like, it'd be nice if you could take some days off and then just, take money from YouTube. That'd be cool. You feel me? It'd be nice. You know what I mean? Not bad. But you get what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to say. I've seen in the US, you can be literally an idiot. Yep. You get a decent job, but not here. You got to know somebody. Yeah, that's fair. I meant to say a good paying job. It's interesting. I work with I've worked with idiots all the time, bro. There's a dude that I used to work with at the hospital. This guy found a way to beat around the bush, never do his job, and then he would put all the work on us. And then when they gave him the lead position, he made it worse on everyone. And he would just find ways to, like, oh, I'm gonna go home early. And then the new regional manager cracked down on it and then started getting on his ass. So, and he had the nerve to file a complaint. But I was like, bro, you don't do any work at the job. But you can imagine he was getting paid like 40 something an hour, 30, 35, 40 something an hour just to fuck around at the job for like 4 or 5 hours and then just at the end of the day, like, oh, I'm gonna go home early, and then leave the rest of the work for us. He used to do that shit, and I was like, where? And in my mind, I'm like, if I had made that much money just to fuck off, what would I do? I would invest it personally. That's just me. That's the type of person I am. This guy would just go to the bar, blow it off. He would go travel back home, go travel to see his siblings in different states, and he would just get drunk with them and just fuck around. But he's making a lot of money per hour because it took me 5 years to finally make 30 an hour because I started off at 15, and then we got these bonuses and raises, and our union started fighting for us to get these bonuses. So it took me like 5 years to finally get to $30 an hour. 5 years because they were just like, we're gonna keep adding because you've been working hard, but also the union fought for you guys to get more money. And I was like, cool. And I come to find out everybody's like, yeah, you started at what, 15? I was like, yeah, I didn't know what to ask for, so I just said 15. They said, man, I started at like 25, bro, 26. I was like, swear to God, I could have been at 35, 40 already. These motherfuckers making some money, bro. But that's on me. That's on me. I got to make better decisions. So it is what it is, man. That's the thing, man. I tell people all the time, like, I live in Seattle, right? And it's like, yeah, you know that, me neither. I live in Seattle. And if you go up and down the West Coast from here to the Bay Area and shit like that, there's jobs where you can start off at like 15 to 20 an hour, 25, stuff like that. You can get jobs that pay well per hour. And people want to do that shit and then they want to fuck off. I was like, Brett, there's nowhere else in the country that pays that well. Just live a little bit below your means, stack it up, and be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a job, you got hired, and people just want to fuck it off. So you're absolutely right. There's some dumbass people. You ain't got to say it. I'm gonna say it. Some people, it's just, it doesn't matter how much people get paid. People got bad habits all around the world and country, right? You know what I mean? But God bless them. Hopefully they take care of themselves and take care of their own. Because I'm doing what I do on my end. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be thinking about that. I'll be thinking about that. When people, I mean, but you can't get mad at people for like not taking care of themselves or whatever. It is what it is. That's just what some people choose to do with time and money. That's their money. That's cool. You want to fuck it off? But I always wanted people to go on the journey with me. I was talking to like a dozen people about investing, and then like a handful of them just turned their backs on me. Some people thought I was on some bull. It's like James on some bullshit, etc. Whoop wop, and I'm like, damn. I'm just trying to help you out because I'm in a decent. Like I said, I'm still living with my folks. I'm still living with my dad. So it's like, why wouldn't I do? Like, imagine if I still live with my parents and I decided like, oh, I'm gonna just get fucked up every day and night and fuck all my money off. Like, no, I wanted to be responsible because like just in case he needs my help because he's taking care of me for so long, he can have some money for me. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. That's my dad. He's taking care of all of us for as long as I remember. I've been alive for 32 years. He's been taking care of all of us for 32 years. A lot of. I don't know a lot of men that can do that, just in general. And he's been holding it down. He's like the man of the house for real. And I'm saying, whatever he needs from me, I got him. You know what I'm saying? And we're not on no bullshit. We don't walk down the street looking for trouble. We don't go to sports games looking for trouble and beefing when we have fun. We just have fun. Just normal, hardworking fucking family and lineage that I come from, man. And I'm just trying to do right by everybody and take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Bop, bop, bop. I'm just trying to do it like that, man. But it ain't easy, man. Sometimes you gotta do a little extra just to get where you're going, and it's gonna hurt your body in the long run, hurt your mental and spirit. But it's worth it. You look over that horizon, and you be like, yep, I did that for my family. Let's move on to the next challenge. Let's just get it right, because we men, so just take the next challenge. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, bro. What you got for me? My bad. What you got? You are super. Oh, my bad. Damn, bro. Your positive and ambitious convo is gonna make me answer my phone so I can get my grind. I mean, hey, listen. My whole thing, Minito, is just take care of yourself. I mean, I know you got to navigate those spaces and those people, but just take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself, man. Because you got to be strong for you, and then whoever else you choose to be around you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, bro. And that's the other thing. Back to us, on some men shit. We don't really have a support system. We are the support, if anything. We get leaned on a lot for things, and my family knows I'm here. I love them, but I don't want to have the stupid ass conversations with them. I'm not talking about the people in my household necessarily, but just my family in general. Like they just got her bullshit sometimes, and I'm like, y'all got it real good, but y'all want to get drunk every night and fuck your liver up. And you guys know that our family has bad health. You just, you sprinting to the grave at this point, which is one thing. But I'm like, yeah, you see me with a cigar. That's moderation. That's moderation, bro. I do that shit like once or if not twice a week. I know some people just out here on some crazy shit. I'm like, what y'all doing? But yeah, I guess we can't even talk right now. So it's like, well, I gotta wait another 5 or 10 years to have a conversation with some people older than me. I'm the youngest of all my cousins, and I'm this sharp. They ain't as sharp as me, bro. And they ain't coming from my conditions. They're not from my household. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here like, fuck them. It is what it is. I love them, but I gotta keep people at a distance. I gotta take care of shit. I gotta take care of my folks, whatever. And that's how life be. You know what I'm saying? We're going to the deep waters with this. You know what I'm saying? Life's gonna be hard. It don't matter which round it is. It could be the first round. It could be the 12th round. It could be the 15th round. The championship rounds. You know what I'm saying? It could be the championship rounds, 15 round. You could be at the 15th round right now today. I treat every day like it's round one. I'm like, yep. We're gonna feel things out. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Get the distance right. We're gonna manage our stamina, and we're gonna make sure we get it to the long run. Treat everything like round one. Treat everything like round 15, round 12. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Oh shoot! Right now that you said you got to navigate, as you were saying that. My bad. that it seems like you were gonna say you got a navigator, and I was gonna say navigator. You talking about the car? You talking about the navigator car? Is that what you mean? It seemed you were that it seemed like you were gonna say you got a navigator, and I was gonna say, oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, man, you gotta you. I mean, on some God shit, you know, God's your navigator. That's one thing too. You know, what I mean, if love and like sharing, you know, love and peaceful experiences with people is your navigation, that's another way to look at it too. That's your compass, if you will. It just depends what you go for. You know, almost everyone I know, and like historically everyone that I know that led with like some form of negativity, it didn't end well for them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you do own a Lincoln Navigator. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's tight though, man. Bro, I never had a car, me neither. I never had a car, bro. The more I think about it, I'm just like, damn, do I need one? Do I want to deal with them payments? I don't know if I want to deal with them payments right now. I gotta pay off some other shit real quick. Yeah, me neither. I'm just trying to move to Japan, man. Fuck all this. Fuck this shit. I'm trying to move to Japan, bro. I ain't trying to deal with no American ignorance and like all this crazy shit every day. I'm be living in Japan. I'm trying to, you know, live all peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, boom. I'm just trying to what? I don't need no hustle and bustle life, man. You know, I'm built for it. That's the crazy thing. I'm built for it. But it's just like I think I said this last time. I was telling somebody. I was like, man, for my, you know, I really, you know, like I said, I'm tapped in with my family's history, and I'm like, all the shit that we struggle through, every generation. I'm like, but they've never had peace. I don't remember a generation in my family that's had peace. I'm like, I might have to live that dream for my great great grandpa. You know what I'm saying? I don't think my great great grandpa had any sense of peace, man. That dude was just taking care of shit and take care of everyone around him. But else, I don't think anyone in my family has ever experienced like serene peace and just like, you know, truly going back to living with nature and just living and just, you know, being around nice people, nice, you know, whatever peaceful. I was like, let's start in Japan. Let's start there, and then maybe we'll find another warm spot after that. 'Cause I ain't trying to be in the cold and shit. I need some sunshine. Fuck, I'm a tropical person, man. I need me some sunshine. What the fuck? Yeah, when I went back to the Philippines, I felt good on my skin. I was like, yeah, this is the, I need that humidity. You said you're a car lover and you had a car since you were 16. Really been blessed, bro. To be that's good, man. It's good to be blessed though, man. You know, if you're blessed and you recognize it, that just basically means you're grateful. Gratitude is good. I need to exercise writing my gratitude at night before I go to bed. I need to remember that when I go home. You actively own 4 cars. God damn, bro, you own 4 cars? Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, it's good to have a what is it? You have a rotation of cars. You got options. Yeah, it's like, what am I gonna drive today? Am I gonna be efficient? Am I trying to flex? Am I trying to stunt? What am I gonna do today? That's crazy. All right, hey man, if you got it, you got it. I'm not mad at that. You know, go do your thing, man. You got 4 cars. Hell yeah, I'm happy for you. Yeah, man. I don't know what. Also, they changed the. What's crazy is they changed the hours for the community center because I want to go there and play basketball and shit. You know, it's funny. There was one night I did a live stream. I was smoking a cigar. It was about, you know, hitting a cigar, and I was like, "Yep." Next morning, you got to go to the gym. Went to the boxing gym. Just started boom, swinging it out. But I was kind of sore this week, man. I was like, I probably shouldn't force it this week, but I don't know. Only one is a project truck in a way. Or you're working on something from scratch, non-operational. I mean, but yeah, but that's cool though, because like you know, I feel like when you ever see people who put money into their own computers, like they build their own towers from scratch. It's the same thing with cars. Like people who work on their own cars from scratch, like you know it inside and out. You know what I'm saying? I like shit like that. I had a friend like that who he was building he had 2 cars. He had an RX something, and then he had the 86 Trueno from Initial D. He had both cars, but he had like he'd use his mom's car, his dad's car. He had his own car. He had a what was that shit? He had an Impala 80. It was an 86. Was it 86 or 80? No, six. Might have been a 64 or 68 Impala. And then he used to have a what was that shit called, man? We used to just take cruises in that car, man. He used to have the Regal. You know what I'm saying? I forget what it's called, the Regal something. The blue joint with the little, you know what I'm saying, diamond panel on the roof. You know what I'm saying? And he used to have that shit. He sold it, traded it in, and he got the Impala instead. I was like, damn, he really working on this. But he was making big money. He spent all his money on cars. That was the thing. I mean, whatever your thing is, man. But he should have monetized it. He should have just made a page about it. That'd been cool. You be doing car shows, Minito? You be doing them car shows too? Those are pretty cool. I like those, man. I never really been to one. Have I? I think I've been to like maybe one. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, it's a nice thing, man. When you have your own thing going on, I like people that just whatever it is, do man, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad at that shit. That shit fire. That particular friend though, I'm not friends with him no more. He's on some fuck shit, honestly. But it was cool that he was into that, and I was like, you don't have to be like he was trying to be a fake gangster and shit. He grew up well off and shit, but he was trying to be a gangster. I was like, bro, every time you get into some shit, you call the cops. You a goofball. You know what I mean? I don't know if I ever sat down and had that conversation with him. I think I did, but I did it too nicely. I was like, bro, every time, I was like, come on, man, like, because you call the cops too much. Like, you're doing shit you shouldn't be doing. But when you get in trouble, you call the cops and you act like you didn't do nothing wrong. I was like, yeah, it's like rat behavior. He a goofball. But God bless him. I hope he figures shit out in life. Like, I can't act like me and him we're never friends or we're never tight. We never had lunch and dinner together type shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't act like we were never friends, but it's just, he just on some stupid shit. I was like, bro, I really come from the hood. It's like, we don't look for trouble. We're trying to get out of it. We're trying to get away from this shit. And he over here looking for it because he's so used to watching West Coast music and goofy shit. So, oh, I grew up on West Coast music. I was like, yeah, you watched it from your gamer chair at your computer. Like, we were watching that shit and then watching people really live it outside with the rags and shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers really had the rags and was really living that, securing the block and everything. You know what I'm saying? All type of shit, scoping shit out. Surveillance we used to be like face to face. You know what I'm saying? Goofy shit. I kind of find people that do that infuriating. They are very infuriating. It's just like it's infuriating to me, man. I'm like, why are you acting like that? I mean, it's an insult to me because it's like if you know me as a friend and I'm trying to tell you to stay out of trouble and then you doing the trouble, it's like, are you goofy? You know, because it's like, what are we talking about? You're not even really listening to me at this point. And it is what it is. People don't have to listen to me, and if they don't, then they're not my friend. I guess it is what it is. You know. But he's, like I said, he was a good friend. He was willing to help me out with car stuff if I ever got one, and just hook it up with like the subwoofers and all that shit. He was willing to like really put up for me, and I would just help pay for his gas because he would drive me around. That was my guy. But it was just like, bro, you want some weird shit? Why are you doing all that? You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do all that. But like I say, I can't act like I never had love for him. But it's just like, bro, God bless him, man. I hope he figures it out. The more days I go on, I'm trying not to hate people because you start hating people, you start really hating yourself inside for some reason. Like, what? Why are you so concerned with an individual that got nothing to do with you no more? I be thinking about that shit. That's just me. That's what I'm on. Yeah, feeling right now, man. Lilith, what's going on with you, Lilith? Are you actually gonna play tonight? Is that what you were saying earlier? If you do, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm getting off here, and like I don't know how many. I'm waiting until my phone is like damn near gonna die, and then I'll like whatever's online, I'll just watch. I'm waiting for Soler. Hold on, I'm waiting for Solaren to go live. I didn't get a notification on Twitch, but that's my guy right there. I was every time you see me wear the hoodie with the Grim Reaper on it, that's Solaren's merch. So I got like two hoodies. I got a ceramic mug from Solaren. I got a magnet and some stickers. Yeah, I got hella shit from him. Shout out to Solaren, man. Sularin. I was tapped in on his live stream last night. He goes like Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. So I'll be trying to like watch when he goes live and shit. So, but like I'm following you too, you Lilith as well. So I'm subscribed to you and Rob. I thought Rob was gonna go live. I wasn't sure. I thought Rob was going live, but he just told me he was loading up the Fortnite or something one night. I was like, I don't know if he's gonna do that. Not tonight. If I do, I will set up the stream beforehand. Schedule. Oh, I see what you're saying. We'll try to. LOL. If I'm when I'm high, that might not happen. I've been trying to figure out how to set it up. Oh, better before trying again. It seemed to run smooth. Because we could hear you. That's the thing. We could hear you on the mic. Um, we could hear you, and then we could see everything smooth. I don't know if there was like a troubleshooting part of the game. It happens. It happens sometimes. But if you have Wi-Fi at the house, you're all right. Everything is smooth. That's why I'm outside because the reception at my house is terrible. I live at the bottom of the hill, so you'll check him out. Share him one time in a post. I feel like if you go on Twitch or like, or you might have seen him comment on some of my stuff before. Yeah, he lives up in Canada, and there's like 2 or 3 Canadians that I keep in touch with, which is pretty cool. Oh, there was a delay that was large. It bothered me. You also want to set up drawing tablet as a second monitor. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I think because yeah, your original posts were about the drawings at first, from what I remember. You were like doing the polls of like, what should I draw next and stuff. What did you end up drawing next? I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I think I voted on Demon. At first, I was gonna say Mermaid, but I was like, maybe Demon. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's funny. I thought about doing a drawing live stream too. I just like I don't have no good connection at the house. Just kind of doodle around, you know. Sometimes I just you just take a couple swipes at the page and try to figure out where it goes from there. I'm one of those, man. Yeah, I'm still gonna do that, but I need a better setup. So I got to figure out a small way to do it for now. To, yeah, you got to do it for now. Got you. I've been sketching out some female demons. I'm trying to decide how I want to do it. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm here for it, man. That's the thing is like sometimes I'll be missing some streams, but like, or you know, I'm like certain times of the day if I'm at work or like en route from home or if I'm not in someone else's stream watching that, you know what I'm saying? I try to just tap in with everyone as much as possible. A lot of stuff. You know, I think about my subscriptions, they're starting to grow a lot. There's some where it's like I look forward to their what do you call this? Their posts or their videos more so than their live streams. So I have like a mix of both. But I try to follow people I actually know in real life and the people I met on here, like on YouTube too. So yeah, I gotta have a way to set my phone up from above. Do you have a mount? If you get a mount, you might be able to use that. You just kind of point it down, as long as it clips really tightly so your phone doesn't drop. Maybe get a ring light and suspend them from my ceiling. You know, it's interesting. Yeah, it's good. It's like if it's right above you, you'll have the right lighting. Or sorry, at the angle downward, so then it's not casting your shadow on it. So you'd be sitting here, and then the ring light would kind of be in front of you at an angle, which is interesting. I have some of those too. I like some of their videos, but not so much the live. There's some people that like it's like some ASMR live stream stuff that I watch, and then at certain nights, and then there's other people who post actual ASMR videos, and like I'll just save them, and when I have trouble sleeping, I'll just go find out what I need, and then I'll just play that in the background, and it helps me take it off the watch later playlist and just go on to the next thing. Yeah, I need to complete Final Fantasy Tactics Advance so I can get ready for Digimon and Pokemon. I need to get those things out the way. Exactly, make it easier to see it all. Yeah, and I try to like I'm getting better at like I used to follow so many different podcasts, and I was like, I don't need to follow all of them. You know, I don't need all of them. I need some of them, not all of them, and I'm starting to figure it out now. So I'm getting better at that as well. Digimon's coming back October 2nd. If you have Steam, if you're on Steam, there's a new one coming out October 2nd. I can't wait to play that game because it looks cool. Shout out to my guy Z Crew because he's looking forward to that game too. Yeah, so we're looking forward to Digimon and then Pokemon. It's gonna be crazy. And then by the end of October, Dragon Quest One and Two HD 2D remake. I'm about to be locked in, bro. Like I'm telling you, the whole October month and then November, it's gonna spill into November too. I'm gonna be locked in, so I'm gonna be away from Beyblade. So I might have to just finish up September. I'm telling you, I gotta talk to my friends on VC. Just tell them like, hey, bro, it's done. Lilith, do you have a Discord server or something? Do you have that so I can like follow that or just be on that? Let me know if you have that too. If you do, or I don't know if you don't, but if you do, maybe make a post about it or try to leave like something. You have a personal. Okay, yeah. Don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'd be looking for different Discords to join and stuff. But yeah, if there's a way you can send me the link, I don't know how, through comments or like a post or something. I don't know how we're gonna work that out. Or if you have the link somewhere in your bio or something, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you something stupid I did yesterday. Um, I don't know if you were here in the beginning of the stream. I was thinking to myself like, damn, if I see so and so boop de bop, I'm gonna have to sock the shit out of him. Blah blah blah. I'm just thinking like that, just thinking negative. And then I was like, man, I don't think I should be punching nobody because, like I said, I'm a trained fighter, so it's not good. It's not smart to do that. I'll stay out of fights personally, right? And then I was thinking last night, like, man, how hard do I hit? I started punching the side of my head. Not a good idea. Again, it's not full power because you're going like this rather than in front of you. But that shit hurt, man. And then this morning, I was still feeling it. I was like, again, that shit is still kind of, it ain't tender, but it's like kind of sore. I was like, goddamn, I just hit, I popped it with both knuckles. I tried to see what both was feeling like, pause. And that shit, I was like, that shit kind of hurt, man. And that made me want to stay out of fights even more. I was like, yeah, I can't hurt nobody. Can't do that shit. I'm trying to be a good person. But I have to remember what the hands do. Pause on that. I had to remember that shit. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't too proud of it. Give yourself a solid bump. It's like, yeah, right there. That shit hurt. I'm like, this shit kind of sore. What the fuck? I was like, let me see, pop, pop. I was testing it. Oh yeah, I ain't trying to swing on nobody, bro. I don't know. I just had like a random spurt of like just memories, and I was thinking like, yeah, I should have what these people that. And I was just thinking about it. I was like, no, it wasn't worth it. It's never worth it, honestly. I don't fight anymore because kids. That's fair. Pretty sure that's all that knocked that out of me. That's fair, man. And if you ever have to get into a conflict, let your kids fight for you. Fuck it. They're young. They can recover faster. Let your kids get in the fight if necessary. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking like my dad he had a defibrillator put into his heart, and when he got the defibrillator put into his heart, they're telling him that his range of motion right here would have been bad, and he couldn't really swing or whatever no more. He said, "Toss the kids at them and run." Damn, it be like that. You gotta do what you gotta do. Self preservation. It's like no, but yeah, when my dad went through that, like I just knew I was like, yeah, every time I go outside with him, I'm gonna have to defend him just in case it go down. Because when I was a kid, I used to look up to him. I used to he'd be like, yeah, he I know he'll probably whip the shit out of somebody if necessary. You know what I'm saying? He was lifting weights all the time and shit. And like my grandpa was like a fucking I don't know how to explain it. He was kind of built like a bodybuilder before he got his last stroke, his third stroke. But even when his body was paralyzed, like his whole right arm and his whole right arm was like veiny and buff. It was like a fucking giant potato on his bicep. So he was still ripped on one side, but his left side was paralyzed. But his whole right side was just fucking ripped. I'm sorry, his whole right side was just ripped. He just had the veins and shit. Pause. They're just yoked. Motherfuckers built like a bodybuilder and shit. But my dad was the same way. But my dad, he didn't eat well, but his body's a little different. So he doesn't have like the physique. If that makes sense. But he had the strength. But that kind of just runs in the family. Jack Grandpa. It was crazy, man. Crazy, man. I think you were here when I told the story. Like he just like a rat ran across right above his head. So I can't remember where we're at, and he just bop, snatched the because, like I said, he only has one working side, so he just bop, snatched with one hand, cracked the neck with the thumb, boop, and then he just dragged his whole body outside, limped outside, and just chucked that shit across the yard. I was like, this motherfucker different, because I'm not touching those live rat. That's what they do, He's from the old country, so he just be doing that shit. That's the shit they do. They be touching animals like it's nothing. Little rodents. I'm like, nah, I'm good off that. I'll fight a dog though. Like there used to be so many loose dogs in the neighborhood running around. Not that I ever had to, but if it comes down to it, I'm like, damn man, this dog's trying to attack me. I'm gonna have to sock shit out of him. Boop boop, get into it. You know what I'm saying? Do some silat. Yeah, gotta defend. The dogs be hella strong. Dogs be hella strong too. That's the other thing. My bad. Let me check what's going on. Still no notifications. But yeah, man. My bad, Lilith. What we talking about? I fucked up a pack of Chihuahuas once. Hey, you said Chihuahuas? Boom, watch this. I got this shirt in El Paso. El Paso Chihuahuas. Right there. Home of the Chihuahuas, El Paso. That's the minor league team. They got a little AAA, AA minor league team in El Paso. They got two of them. One of them is the I think El Diablos or something, and like I think it's like a pepper. I think the mascot's like a pepper holding a bat or something funny. Um, yeah, it's hella funny. And then like the Chihuahuas is the other team, but that's like a I think of the it's from the pod. No, yeah, it's under the Padres or something. I forget it. I don't know if I remember that exactly because I bought a Padres hat in El Paso. I was like, but then I talked to everybody there. They're like, yeah, we're Dodgers fans though. I was like, how do? I was like, your minor league team is an affiliate of Padres, but you're a Dodgers fans. I get it. It's whatever. In judgment, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, fucked up a pack of Chihuahuas once, man. Chihuahuas, it's not that they don't give up. It's just they don't stop. You know what I mean? They don't stop. They be making. They're noisy. That's one thing, but they just don't stop. I remember they are aggressive as fuck. Yeah. My cousin was like this is like 05, 06. She had a puppy Rottweiler, but even when the Rottweiler's like about to be 1 years old or close to 1 years old, they start getting big fast. They grow pause on that. They start growing up fast. So you imagine this little big old baby Rottweiler. We're like we went to Walmart, and then I was like, I'll stay outside with the dog, and then the dog is like under my feet under the bench because there's a truck that pulled up, and the Chihuahua is just barking and talking hella shit out the window, and then the Rottweiler just like was like this, he was like oh shit, just like kind of crying under my feet, under my legs, and I was just crying. I was like, damn, you scared of that little dog? You scared of fucking Chihuahua? I forgot she was the Rottweiler still a baby, and I was like, oh, you're still a baby. I forgot. You know what I'm saying? But that Rottweiler was getting bullied, man. It would get bigger. It would test its strength, and then again, this is at my cousin's house. So my uncle, he had this cat. Rest in peace to Sammy. Sammy was his cat that just stayed by his side. Because my uncle used to just sleep on the couch. He would just sleep day and night on the couch. But the cat stayed at the foot of the couch on the edge and just stayed by his side every day. And he would talk to it. And the cat was like his son basically. He never had a son, but that was like the closest thing to a son. And that cat used to bully the shit out of Rottweiler every fucking day. Rottweiler's trying to have fun. This grumpy old dude would be swiping at her. I was like, Sam, you gotta chill out, man. You were the only cat in this house for a while, but you got another relative in here. What you do? Like, what you doing? That cat was grumpy, man. I miss that dude though. He was hella cool. Chill, dude. I had never met a cat like that. That was just down to earth and just chilling with everybody. He was vibing, but that dude was vibing with everybody, man. He was a different type of soul. I wonder who he was in a past life. I don't know. He might have been shit. That cat might have been like a he might I don't know if he wasn't a jazz musician, he was a guy that hung out at jazz clubs in his past life. That cat, the motherfucker was cool as hell. Like he was a literal cool cat, just chilling. Iceberg slim ass fucking cat. That motherfucker was just chilling, not taking no shit. You know, type of shit. Checking this Ashen over here. Yeah, I ain't getting no updates yet. I'm here though. Thank you for sticking around, Lilith. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling tonight, man. But yeah, I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. What do you prefer? I'm actually more of a dog person, but they can be a lot at times. Because the thing is, the cats are easily. Well, it's a trick question because you would think cats are more manageable, but some of them be wrecking shit. Like I know some people were like their cats don't respect them, and they be wrecking shit in the house. Cats be acting like they run that joint. Like, where's my food? Bop, start smacking shit around. I'm like, yo, you gotta chill, man. You like 30 pounds, fucking up shit in the house. A little at the most, like 10, 20 pound cat, whatever, small little thing. Cats be like 10, 15 pounds. Fat ones be like 30, waiting on the gummies. to kick in so I can get sleep. Ah, yeah. The gummies, yeah. I haven't had an edible in a minute. Speaking of, because you said gummies, Jesus. What if there were Jesus gummies? No disrespect to any religions here, but what if there were like gummies in the shape of just Christ just bop, just hitting the palms out like whoop, you seen that video of the cat slapping? Yeah, slapping the alligator. They don't care. They don't care. And but the thing is, they're so fast that they know they can get away. Because you see, like there was someone who was explaining like the timing of like a cat can time a snake. So whenever snakes are next to them, they just be like whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? They just, and the cat, I mean, the little snake is just trying to strike them. You see him like in slow motion. They just whoop. Ah, you see him just pop up, one motion, just spring up, one, two, and just smack him down, and then just. I don't know if you ever seen that. There's a channel called Luna de Pantera, and it's like a panther that lives with this lady and her dog, and it's just a panther that hangs out in the woods or something like that. You know what I mean? But the panther like it'll be I mean, yeah, it's a panther. It'll be joking around, and then it'll smack somebody, and then it'll just hop off the trees like parkour. It'll just be like doing wall jumps and shit off the trees. It's hella crazy. Oh, there's a giant fucking cat moving out 70 miles per hour, whatever the number it is. That shit is crazy. He's doop, doop, and he just runs down the woods. He just be joking with people. It acts like a house cat, but it's huge. Wild as hell. Big cats are scary. Big cats are scary, bro. Because tigers be like what 9, 10 feet tall when they stand up. That shit crazy. 7 foot. It might be 7 foot. I might be exaggerating. They be strong as shit. Jaguar is my favorite animal, though. I will say jaguar is my favorite animal. So it's funny that I'm a dope, but I like jaguars. You know? Yeah, buddy. I'm surprised. I ain't got no notifications for my battery or from anyone else. They are gorgeous. You talking about jaguars or you talking about panthers? But yeah, either way. Because the panther is just an over melanated cougar slash over melanated jaguar. But nonetheless, I don't know if there's like own panthers, if that makes sense. The same way that there's like albino tigers and shit, or what albino? What the fuck? Albino? You know what I'm trying to say? Both? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to. I don't know if you see like those old. You ever see like on IG, like on Instagram? I'm not on IG no more, but this like years ago. All those models, like those widow girls and models, they would go to that sanctuary with the big cats, and they would just play with the jaguars and shit like that. Like I want to go to that one too, though. Like I just want to meet the big cats. But the thing is, they're women, so it's like when you're a dude in those situations, sometimes animals treat you differently. Like they kind of posture a little bit and they treat you a certain way. But one thing I've noticed is like all the loose pit bulls in my neighborhood growing up, all those loose pit bulls used to just come up. I used to think they were gonna try to attack me, but they used to come up and hang out and they would just follow me home. You know, it was the puppies who were not trained or like they were fresh. The puppies would bite at my shoe, and then the parents would just like swipe or like growl and bite at the puppies, and then they would stop. And then I would just walk home, and then the Rottweiler, I mean, sorry, the pit bull would just follow me home, and she was kind of weird. So I don't know, man. Like I've always had a thing with animals. Like even at my house, squirrels come to visit. Certain parks I go to, squirrels remember me and they come to visit, and then crows they follow me everywhere. So it's really interesting. I've seen on here, I think it's a sanctuary, a lady rubbing the big cat's bellies and stuff, jealous of the milk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's one where she just be scratching under their chin. That's pretty cool. That's crazy. It probably is a sanctuary, it has to be. But they coexist with all the other big cats. But yeah, I feel like I'm more of a dog person if I'm honest. I do like dogs. Kind of resonate with them more. I always tell people like I'm low key a dog reincarnated because I like meeting people and then I like being left alone. You know what I mean? I like walking up and meeting people and I'm like, yep, all right, I'm good. I met you. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like I get you now. I get it. Cool. Nice to meet you. I remember you. All right, I gotta go now. I'm one of those. Men are aggressive and on guard by nature. Yeah. Animals pay attention to it. Women are more relaxed, generally speaking. That yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. I get visited by a lot of animals, man. I got some like I be seeing like was it hawks a lot, like The hawks or falcons. It's either one of them because it was one by my house. It was like a fucking hawk that just he sniped a pigeon out of the sky. Pigeon hit the fucking side of the house in my alleyway. Because I'm walking down the alleyway, I hear like a doof, and I'm like, huh? I look behind me. I thought somebody shut a window at the house above me. It's a fucking pigeon hits the side of the house. It falls down. It looks like it's like kind of out. And then a hawk comes down and just stands on top of it, looks around, and just flies off with it. I was like, what? And then I go down the street. There's a little park over there. Go down the street. And these crows be fighting the hawks down there all the time. That shit is crazy. I was like, what y'all doing? You guys are out. That hawk moves too fast, man. You can't. What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna run? Or where are you gonna fly away from? I got you. I'm more like a raccoon if I had to pick an animal. I mean, there be raccoons that visit my house, and there are raccoons in my neighborhood that stop and talk to me sometimes. So they come by to hang out. You know, I walk. There be raccoons over here hanging out in this park. There's a lot of people here right now, kind of, because they're in the tennis court. But at night, yeah, a lot of raccoons just be out here, and then they be by the house, and I be throwing them food and shit. I fuck with raccoons, man. They've been here longer than us, so you know, I be trying to feed them. Like, yeah, you fuck with this, you can have it. Yeah, man. I might be good off the cigar, realistically. But oh man, I had to like be meeting a few eagles here and there, like one or two eagles. There was an owl, one owl I met at the arboretum. Raccoons, I be seeing them all the time. It was old. I be around turtles over here too. There be some turtles and shit. Yeah, a couple turtles I be seeing here and there. There was one that like he silenced the whole arboretum one time. And we were high as shit watching it. It was like me and my homie, we just smoked up hella. We was like, damn, yo, let's sit down for a second right here by the pond. Fuck that. Because we was high as hell. So we sat down by the pond. The crows are in the sky yelling at us. All the other birds are yelling at us. We're like, man, what's going on? Talk to us. What's going on? What you doing? And then all of a sudden, there's something bubbling in the little pond. Fucking turtle pops out. He just stands on the rock like this, pops his head up. Everybody shut up in the fucking arboretum. All the birds shut up. And we was like, ooh, that dude is important. We just knew the turtle was important. We just knew. And that was the day I met the turtle. He was the third. He's the fourth. He was the fourth animal, spirit animal that I met. I got like seven. I got a whole chakra totem of that shit. The eagle's at the crown, raccoon is at the root. I sent a raccoon flying once in Milwaukee. Thing was angry as fuck. You threw it? You threw the raccoon? Damn. Raccoons be aggressive though sometimes, but the ones around my house be pretty chill. There's a little baby raccoon. He was hanging out at the house next door. He was kind of scared though. I tried to leave him a little churro, a piece of a churro, and then he got scared. He kicked the shit out of it. Damn, he kickball a raccoon. It happens though. Yeah, raccoons are chill, man. You'll be scared because they do be running in packs. You be seeing a dozen of them running down the street. There was one time I walked under a tree. I looked up. I seen hell of them looking down at me. I was like, oh shit. I just walked around. I was like, man, I don't need y'all jumping on me or falling out. Raccoons falling out the sky and shit. Thing came running at me, so I ran back and kicked it. Yeah, you really treat that shit like kickball. That shit crazy. You did the field goal punt. You did the field goal punt on the raccoon. God damn, it happens. It be like that though. Yeah, man. Yeah, there it is. Solarian is live right now. There it is. Tree full of raccoons would be crazy. I'm saying, like over here, like you'll just see families of them running down the street, like at night. When there's no one around. If you look, if you're walking on the main street and then you just look over to the back street, you'll just see like a wave, like a brown wave, just and it's just a family of raccoons running. And then if you're not conscious enough, because we have so much trees here, you'll just be walking in the street. You look up, you'll see some eyes looking down at you, like, damn, there's hell of them up there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't taking any chance. Yeah, I'm saying I don't blame you for that. Because raccoons are just like little bears. They're like miniature bears. You know what I'm saying? They're hella strong, and they use their hands like humans. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you that one time I heated up, I microwaved the pizza. Like it was okay. So it was. I think I told you the story, Lilith. I'm gonna say it again anyway. I'm gonna end it on this. It was snowing, so because it was snowing so much, I decided to FaceTime my cousin. I was like, "Hey, we're indoors. We're getting drunk right now, but it's snowing outside. Let me show you the snow." I opened the front door, opened it, showed him the snow outside. And then in the fucking corner in between the shed and the house, there was a raccoon just peeking at us. And then he's like, "Oh shit, what is that?" I was like, "Oh, that's a raccoon." He said, "What are those?" I was like, "They're like little bears." I said, "1 second." I microwaved the pizza, leftover pizza. Went outside. I chucked it at him. He just started eating the whole pepperoni pizza or whatever the fuck we had. Now it might have been like sausage pineapple type shit. He was just eating a whole steamed up pizza in the snow. And then I had him on FaceTime. I was letting my cousin watch. I was like, "Yep, we got snow and raccoons tonight." He didn't know what that was because he was in the Philippines. My cousin was in the Philippines, so he never seen no snow. Yeah, days like that, man. Used to be like that. Valerian is live though, man. I'm gonna go tap in and check in with Bray. Um, what was I gonna say? Lilith, he's live right now. If you look up on YouTube, SSULARIN, SULARIN. That's his channel. But I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna log off here. I'm gonna go on that stuff. But yeah, raccoons are nuts. You have a good night. I will catch you later and make that post. Cool, cool. Wait, if the gummies kick in, whatever. But you know he's live. But yeah. All right, Lilith, I appreciate you. Thank you, and everyone else.